y'all, I'm coming to you at basically 100 hours after having the yellow fever shot, and I am still alive. So, if you're new here, this is my official. Please subscribe, share, like, let others know. We are discussing visiting Africa, the continent, comma, the motherland, and the goal is to reach folks who are looking for this information and just don't find it. For those of us who have no connection to the continent or the motherland, this was my attempt to put the information out there to hopefully help others. Tuesday, I got my yellow fever shot in full. The nurse was more concerned about coverage and if insurance covered it or not. And she did warn, I made a short about it. It could cost $800, or was it $600? At any rate, too many $100 for what I'm already paying for visas and travel expenses. At the end of the day, for someone such as myself and other humans out there who have severe allergens and we just can't get every immunization or vaccine and we rely on herd immunity, I strongly suggest, as not your doctor, not your physician, not your care attendant, please look into the yellow fever shot to avoid everything possible. I'm a Louisiana native, and all my life, mosquitoes have found me highly attractive. I don't know a day and time that I have known ahead of time or at the moment when a mosquito was already draining my blood. Usually if I found him, it's because it's itching and he's so full he's about to fall off like a tick. So I didn't think I could ever manage getting bit, being infected, and die within 5 days of having yellow fever. With that being said, this is not for those individuals who are wholly against vaccines, don't want an immunization, have your own belief you don't understand the ingredients, including some of my family, which I thank you for being honest, but click off now. This ain't for you. I don't need the naysayers in the comments. I don't know y'all to have known the ingredients on prior immunization and vaccines, from polio to the Hep A, Hep B, Hep C, and I don't ever remember y'all asking or questioning or inquiring about such. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. I do have a concern of, well, when you get the information, what are you going to do with it? Now, are you getting the vaccine? And again, I'm someone who relies on herd immunity, but I am so super excited to come to you alive, breathing, functioning, and doing pretty well, and having not died from either some offset of the yellow vaccine. Not that that's a side effect. It's a side effect for people like me with our own special needs. So, Tuesday, went in to get the shot. She actually waited while we called insurance. If you look at the short, you can see my horrible nails. The polish is wearing off. I'm trying to keep my head down so the glare from the light above isn't showing in my glasses. It annoys me. But here's the trade-off. When you get the shot, you barely feel it. And I know there are people out there who just don't like shots. I used to be one of those individuals. I still hate the prick on the finger for your glucose check before you donate blood. There's more nerves here than there ever will be in that like hard part of, sorry, is that a delt? Tripart? Either way, I should know these muscles at a bare minimum, but it's the backside of your arm. You'll be fine. The thing is, I sat afterwards, just like they asked people the first time around for COVID shots. Wait around 30 minutes before you go somewhere. Well, for me, anaphylactic shock is real. I balance. The travel clinic is inside the university hospital. This is the safest place to get this shot. So if I have a bad reaction and cannot breathe or go comatose or can't speak or start to eat my tongue, y'all can take me right downstairs, one more floor, and straight to the ER. Then, and I'll be safe. Yes, carry an EpiPen. However, I was nervous. What could this response be? I have never intentionally exposed myself to anything. I purposely stay away from things. Yes, there are a number of things I've never had in life because I've never eaten them. And even when friends give me something and we later, I'm like, something mayo is in this or something is in this. The reason why I know is a taste that's unfamiliar to me, or the composition looks a little different than anything I'm used to. And that's usually what keeps me safe. When folks question about all my food allergens and allergies, these are real. This is not like lactose intolerant. Not to say that's not a real thing. I mean, lactose intolerance doesn't immediately end you. You can usually manage with bubble guts or a few trips for upset stomach or disgust or just can't sleep. I have exposures that can kill me instantly. And I only laugh about it because it's like, it seems to shock people. But I'm like, honey, I've been eating well enough all these years. I'm fine. So for those of you who are on the fence or questioning, or you genuinely think you should show up in someone else's country and expose folks or run the risk, I don't know, maybe it's a high that you're chasing that, yeah, I'm not going to get a vaccine. I don't need it. It's not fair to those individuals that you're going to visit. You're just like the oppressor if you show up without the immunization, or also run up the cost of their living by purchasing these facilities at the Gabroni price, essentially the foreigner price. Don't do it. Yeah, it hurts my feelings 5 times over, because coming from Louisiana, and especially New Orleans post Katrina, people complain all the time how, especially Californians, man, look, y'all are upsetting a lot of economies. From Charlotte to New Orleans, I can speak on it directly. I've lived it, still living it. You don't like it when others show up in your neighborhoods and buy us and push us out. Don't do it to others. That's the best way I can say it. I understand these are prices you've never seen before, or it's just too much of a good deal. Guess what? It can be an even better deal. I know we don't teach negotiations and, pushing back against the price, because we pay pretty much sticker price in America. But consider not doing it. Yes, even for the yellow fever vaccine. See how I brought it back to the point we were on? So here's the information. Yellow fever vaccine info sheet that I was provided. Sorry, I just can't add it in. I'm not suave enough to do so. I'm not educated enough to do so. And right now I don't have time, because I have to move everything myself. This isn't longer than I expected, but I wanted to promote the yellow fever vaccine is worth it. I have my card. It's not as fancy as I was expecting or hoping, even because I Googled what do they look like, and I really did want an impression like you would get if you got a notary stamp. But around in Wisconsin, people do notary stamps without the seal. They just do their little ink stamp. I don't like that as much, especially since it's cost me money. I was running the risk of, will I die or will I be incapacitated? And I didn't want to be brain dead. I did call and wish my family well before I went in to get the shot. And I got out. No one cared. No one checked on me. Oh, except my brother. Thank you. Shout out to my brother. But even the next day, I'm like, hey, I'm still alive. I'm kicking it. I'm moving well. I don't feel any kind of way. I don't even feel lightheaded or super sick or super low energy. It was just a basic shot. So I think I'm going to redo this. I don't like how long it went.